All right, I think we're good to go. Volume check. I'm on the screen. Can never start on time. I always try to, but had to wrestle with my audio equipment this time. We're just gonna get right into the games. Just take a quick peek at what y'all voted for, what to play first. If you didn't know, my folks that are subscribed get to take a vote on what I play. Hashaton's first, so we're gonna leave with that, followed by Mendicant, Aatchik, and Samut for last for tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to be playing these in the order that my subscribers voted. So let's get into it. Okay. Still good on volume? We're still good on volume. Good. I'm like super paranoid about this because I had to restart my computer, unplug everything from my mic, plug it into like different ports, dust my ports. It's just, I don't know. I would like a day where I can just turn this stuff on and it just works. One of my biggest pet peeves is I would like to, start my stream when I say I'm going to. What's up, Rickman? Check my code. While we wait for our games, we could open packs. I bought a box of Jumpstart. I don't own a single thing from Jumpstart, so I thought this would be a nice buy. Or not Jumpstart, but Jumpstart Foundations. I guess we gotta be specific. Gonna open them while we're waiting for our turns or waiting for our lobbies to start. Oh yeah, there's a big update, so I gotta navigate this a little bit differently. What do I call? Oh, cheating at life is what I named this list, and I call it that because all we do is we make token copies of our big, dumb, expensive things. Oh yeah, and then they started doing this bracket thing. Forgot about this. This is probably our lobby. We don't have to wait. Apparently my decks are 2, but I'm not a big fan of the bracket system. I think it's incredibly flawed. Let me make that nicely sized. All right, against Caesar, General Marholt, and Gonti Night Minister. This is the Chaos deck where we steal each other's cards. It ain't bad, but it ain't good either. Thanks, Commander Claw. Welcome. Yeah, it's the intro shuffle up decks where you get half a deck in a pack. But there's a lot of cool commander cards in those packs. Yeah, the deck techs are pretty sick. I love doing the deck techs. I think I'm gonna mulligan because I want yeah, I want to rock of some kind or some ramp. I mean, I have Burnish Sharp, but I don't want to wait that long. Okay. I complain about Burnish Sharp, and we just get it back. All right, we'll play it. I mean, I could turn 2 Hashaton, turn 3 Burnish. It's not the end of the world. Actually, no, it is a bit of a bummer because I don't have a white source. Oh wait, no, I could cycle this, but I'd like to take advantage. Ah, I'm getting greedy. I'd like to cycle this and then get the pay 3 trigger to exile 2 things, but I think beggars can't be choosers. We need the planes, so we'll keep it. At least we got all the colors. The downside of this list is it's got a clunky mana curve. Um, that's because we're playing with a big bunch of dumb stuff and we're trying to cheat stuff into play. Man, I don't remember boxes being this hard to open. What happened to the days of just peeling it apart and being done with it? Yeah, these are the directions for the jump start. I was mostly interested in this box because of the cool commander cards that come with it. We are a commander channel. Oh, weird. It's like double wrapped. There's the pack, and then there's like a plastic clear coat too. Oh, we'll get this tap land out of the way. We got a discard outlet with Fantatog. So one of our big concerns is addressed. I got a Kodama. I already have one of these, but they're worth something. It's a very popular commander card. I'm mostly just looking for the exclusives from these packs that you can't get anywhere else. Shardless Outlander is pretty sick. I actually am playing this in my Duretti list. It's a common. Once you get any basic land, as a 6/5 idiot with trample. I think everything else in here is not too special. Yeah, well, at least I got some cool trade fodder in that pack. I didn't really talk about this. Caesar's one of the best from the Fallout decks. Uses a go wide strategy that's incredibly effective. Oh, this gives everything Rampage 3. Oh, the anime card? I think it was this thing, isn't it? Wasn't it? Is this not the anime card, or is it a full art thing that I missed? Maybe I missed it. It does say on the box, anime card with every pack, I think. Or maybe I misread that. Let's take a look. I could have sworn it says it on here. One anime-inspired card in every pack. Okay. So I'm guessing it's the Kodama. Yeah, it's this one. It's a different art. I'm assuming that's what it is. Yeah, we're just going to play a swamp, cycle our angel for planes. Oh man, I'm not sure if I like the zoom in feature yet. This is the first time I played Moto since I incorporated that, but it takes up a lot of real estate. I guess it's nicer to look at. I think they made the feature um, to compete with Arena, make it nicer to look at. I guess it's more pleasant for you guys if you want to read cards. I think it was strictly worse to just right-click things and you having to read a black text box. At least now you get a piece of art to look at with it. Not as smooth of a start as I was predicting because of the missing white source. It's okay. Things can't always go well. With this one, Vito, Thorn of the Dusk. I think he's pretty cheap. I usually build him in my budget list. Hmm. Yeah, he's super good. I think he's cool because he's the cheapest one of those effects you could play in Magic right now. Most of the time, it's like whenever you gain life, you drain one for that mana investment. It's equal to the total, which sets him apart from most. Kind of revealing that we just drew that, but oh well. I don't think our opponents are paying too much attention to what we're doing. We'll just tap down so we're not wasting anybody's time. If I was playing a more serious game, I would probably never do that because then I'm just telegraphing that I have nothing. Yeah, it's Commander. What's up, Kala? I don't know if we've ever met. Hmm. I finally got one of the unique cards from the set, Scion of Opulence. And whenever a non-token vampire you control dies, you get a treasure token. It's pretty strong. And then you can sack 2 artifacts, exile the top card of your library, and we play that card this turn. I like this guy a lot. And I got Ivora, which is also a unique card. It's like the uncommon vampire from this pack. Make a blood token when she deals damage to a player. When you discard a card, put a counter on her. Combos with the blood tokens that you make. Yeah, well, welcome. This is a very old platform for playing Magic the Gathering. It's not as popular, but it's the only place where you could play like an official game of Commander. And you know, it's not like Spell Table or I forget the other Cockatrice where you could kind of cheat if you wanted to. In this, it's hard programmed; no one can cheat. Yeah, the vampire that I was talking about, it's not limited. You could have as many vampires die, and you get a treasure token. It's super strong. Oh, okay. Our commander bites the dust right off the bat. Hmm. I don't have an animation target in my, or I don't have a reanimation piece in my graveyard. See, I could play an untapped land and just replay them. What's kind of interesting though is I don't have a piece worthy of ditching yet. Maybe it's a better play to Burnish Heart into Gilded Lotus the following turn. Get one of my tap lands out of the way, and then I could use the Gilded Lotus that turn to sack the Burnish Heart. I kind of like that play, and then get these clunky lands out of the way. Two islands in play, so I don't know what it is about Moto, but they put these Kaldheim swamps in my deck automatically, just two every single time, and I have more than enough of these in my collection where I don't need Moto to be doing that. So it's a stupid bug that I tolerate, and I always forget until like we get in game. But yeah, I have plenty of these cool looking snow covered swamps, and the game just doesn't want to put them in. Yeah. If it's worthy me mentioning, I will talk about it. But the only things that are, I mean, this is kind of significant. It has Eternalize, or Ferocious rather. He has access to at least 7 mana on his next turn. Uh, this thing's okay. I doubt he. Oh, he's gonna sack the junk token to Caesar, and he's probably gonna make 2 bodies because you always typically do. You normally don't do the draw a card, lose a life unless you're empty-handed. He's got 6 cards, so he's not going to choose that. He's not going to deal damage to an opponent because our life totals are still very high. I think making the tokens is the best option in the early game with Caesar. Huh. Oh, he didn't attack. Forget that's an attack trigger. Um, this one prevents us from gaining life. I don't think we really care about that. So if I was a life gain deck, this is a really obnoxious card. For how efficient it is, I don't think there is a card more efficient than 2 mana deny life gain. The other ones I could think of are in red, and they have to connect and hit the person, which sucks. That's not a good thing to be happy about. Hitting the Caesar player. Is this a warrior list? A mono black warrior list? No. Huh. It seems weird. I guess he's just playing evasive creatures so he could steal spells from people. And he's just playing with whatever he has in his collection. Like this says menace. This gives warriors menace, i.e., it targets itself. I got another cool uncommon. Cleon the Merry Champion. This one lets you has heroic, and when you target it, you get to impulse the top card of your library. And then I got a Goblin Dark Dwellers, which is kind of a gut punch. Not the best thing you want to be seeing. This is like a 25-cent card. It's not worth anything. Stoked is the title of this pack, and I couldn't be any less. Couldn't care less. I'm not even close to feeling stoked. Alright, so he's gonna go for 2 hits with these and steal 2 cards from people. I am a budget list, so I don't think you gain much from me. And it's very niche. I guess I got some big stuff in here. Yeah, never mind. Hitting me might actually be really good. I have a lot of big dumb stuff in here. Yeah. It's a good card. It's one of my favorite red cards. But like when it's not worth very much, it's hard to get excited about it. Like I play Dark Dwellers in almost every red deck. I wonder, do we get to see the card? Okay, so only he has access to said card, I think. Yeah. Hopefully he didn't hit anything big from us. There's a lot of big scary stuff in our deck. I am not in a zombie list at all. And we keep bricking on land, so... Yeah, that's also true. I'm vulnerable. We don't need more lands, though. We're good for a long time. Enchanted. Archon and Grace, my rare. Don't need that. I like the uncommons from this set. This guy's Samilla. Whenever you cast the first enchantment of a turn, you get a 2/2 nymph, and then whenever you control 5 more enchantments, gives himself +4/+4 in lifelink, so he's a 5/5 with a 3-man investment. Pretty happy about that. I like cool uncommons. I wonder if looking through the rest of these is worth my time. Not really. It's just 2 cards that you should be interested in: the unique uncommon that you can only get in the set, and then the rare. Hopefully, it's Why am I being? Oh, because I have the mana up. That's fine. I love junk tokens. I think this is one of the best tokens in the game. Criminally underplayed for what they do. It's a strictly better clue token because you don't need any mana investment to use them. And I know it's an impulse effect, but like, if you build your deck low enough to the ground, you shouldn't care. Like, most of the decks I build is the average CMC is 2 or less, and impulse effects are perfectly fine when I play them. Ooh. Yeah. This is triggering. Yeah, okay. Elves. Tyvar Kel. I got 2 rares in this pack. That's pretty sick. Tyvar Kel. I think this one. Is this one new? Elves have to tap for black. It doesn't seem new. Emblem, whenever you cast an elf spell, gain haste until the turn. If you do draw 2 cards. Kind of look that up quick. No. I feel like this is a reprint. Yeah, from Kaldheim. I got a Voice of the Woods. Tap 5 untapped elves. Create a 7/7 elemental with trample. And Dionys Elvish Archdruid. I actually wanted to build this for the channel, but the Jumpstart cards did not come onto Moto fast enough. Maybe I'll revisit them. I think they're available on here now. But this has elves have whenever creatures become tapped during a turn, untap it and put a +1/+1 counter. So it not only doubles your mana dork production, but it also makes them bigger. Which, when you played elves and you're in the mid to late game, the last thing you want to see is another mana dork. You want to see your game-ending spells, but you fill your deck with like 30 dorks, so it's like an inevitable feel bad. Dionys kind of fixes that problem. Making 2/2s. He sacked the scrap, or I think it sacked the token. This is a repeatable effect, isn't it? Enters or attacks, he takes a junk token. So it's like a gift that keeps on giving, but I guess he felt like everybody's going to block, so give it up anyways. It also feels like a weird attack. He has a 1/4 that can block these 1/1s. He's got 1 mana up, so if I was him, the middle player, I'd just let it hit me out of fear of some kind of combat trick. Yeah, this is the chaos part of Gonti is we steal cards from each other, except from him. We all have access to card advantage from a single person. God. This is a reprint Mugen Ling. I don't like this Planeswalker. I feel like she is a check in some kind of DEI box. Trying to appeal to a wider demographic of people, and it just doesn't do anything for me. It just seems like a half baked kind of character. More interest in the uncommon that came in that pack. Yeah. He like I said, it ain't bad. Like if you are playing a hardcore control list, you could just effectively deny people from getting card advantage, period. And then you're the only one who gets to enjoy the spoils. Uh that would be the only few ways I could play it. I just hate giving people cards and me helping my opponents just I don't know. It just goes against every fiber of my being. I can't do it as much as I'd want to. There are also ways. There's some stacksy kind of cards you could play in that list too. Like if you can deny people the ability to play stuff from exile. Um, like if you kind of shoehorn blue and white, and you have Gonti in that Esper deck list, you get Lavinia in play, and then you're the only one that can cast stuff from exile. You could do shenanigans like that, and I'd respect that a lot more. I don't know how reliable that is. I think you need a commander from the command zone that denies people from casting stuff from exile or from places other than their hand. Oh man, is this just a Voltron list? Oh god. This is sick. So the mask forces people to block the attacking creature, and then this commander has Rampage. For everything that blocks it, he gets +3/+3. Ooh. Oh, you don't like that, do you, Gonti? Gonti's gonna bite it here. This is sick. I like this setup. Well, that makes me not want to play out Hashaton for a while. Yeah, no, it just forces people to lose their creatures, and like it forces all of our creatures to block. So we'll be incapable of killing this unless we get a Death Toucher in play, and then he'll think twice about attacking us. Hey, we got Fumulus. I like this guy. I think he's dirt cheap, but he was also one of the commanders I wanted to play. Oh, Wriggling Grub. This guy's also super good. It's a 2 mana dork that when he dies, you make 2 bodies. There's not a card in Magic that does that with that efficiency, so I'm pretty cool with that for like aristocrat strategies. I kind of like opening packs while I'm waiting for my turn. It's nice entertainment for myself and everybody. I don't know if it's confusing for people to watch as I talk about random cards from my packs, but I think I'm still keeping up with what's going on in this game. Yeah, what this middle player is doing is super cool. He just needs to get trample on it, and then he's kind of like set for this game. Unfortunately, I think the guy on the right stole this Rancor. Yeah, it's owned by the middle player, so he could have had that at some point in this game, and we'd be really screwed. Doing us a favor. Ah, I got a Rionia. This is worth a pretty penny. It's the anime border. The desirable waifu. Riona is super strong because you can make a shit ton of tokens, copies of things. It's usually a game ending attack trigger every time I've seen it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I've been wanting to get a second camera, actually, mostly for playing paper games. But when I moved to Minnesota, I haven't became really established in my local community as a player. But I've gone to my local game store twice in a row these past 2 weeks, and yeah, I feel like I might meet a couple of people willing to invite over to stream live games. I've always wanted to do it. I have a big ass play mat for it. I've just never used it. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be walking into this. He's just gonna keep attacking over here and forcing you to give that up. If anything, um, I feel like I have time with Hashaton because he keeps playing this. I could probably get away with a turn with him in play, but I also don't have a creature to ditch to him. Not exactly in a rush. I think for the most part, I'd like to break up this middle player's setup a little bit more if we can, when we can. At this point in time, it would have been nice having the Angel still in my hand, because then I could definitely mess him up. But I have plenty of reanimation pieces in our library. If we find them, I'll animate the Angel and take away these Voltron pieces. Okay, so this is our first piece, actually. Um, hmm. Oh, I forgot to crack this. Stupid me. I guess I can hardcast this. Yeah, I feel like I'll get a turn here, so I'll just play Hashaton. If I cracked this Burnish Heart when I was supposed to, I would have enough for both Fantatog and animating this. That was kind of stupid of me. Getting this, I didn't have a stop set up. That's what kind of screwed me over. Yeah, we'll just play the tunnel next turn. Yeah, I have it in this list. It's probably one of the top performing cards. You just uh, exchange your two best cards over and over again, making token copies of them. The big update reset all my stops. It's kind of annoying. That's why I missed it this turn. Big update being obviously all the Aetherdrift cards came out just today. Had a full day of work. Came home and bought all the cards. I bought 99 cards and I spent $57. Not bad for building 8 decks. These are all budget lists, by the way. In paper, it's kind of like playing with my hands tied behind my back because you could go. The dollar goes really far on Moto. Geez, why is it so small? Like, why is this happening over here? Weird. Divine Visitation, super good. Every time he makes a token, he makes a 4/4 angel instead. So I really want to get this angel out of my graveyard. This is probably too good. He will make at least one 4/4 angel from the Loyal Apprentice. Then he'll make 2 more from Caesar. Yeah, that's pretty backbreaking. Oh yeah, back to talking about playing with my hands behind my back is people are playing pretty powerful things on Moto for dirt cheap, and I'm because I'm playing with a $100 cap with my budget lists in paper. That doesn't translate too well online, but I want to show that you could play on a budget and still be competitive. And here I am. Oh yeah, 2 copies of Tortured Existence. It's not a bad card to have multiple copies of. I don't think they do. Let me check. Yeah, it does have haste. Weird. Yeah, because she gives the token haste. Interesting. Yeah, the token itself doesn't have haste. It's the card that's giving haste. That's pretty sick. Beating on the middle player for forcing people to lose their creatures. Hey, Ancient Green Warden. Lets you play things from your graveyard, land-wise, then you double your landfall triggers. I feel like this is worth something now. It's not a bad pull. Gonti also like incentivizes us to be killing each other. So it kind of sets him up to be the last player pretty consistently, fighting for first place in the end. Oh, man, I'm pretty sure no one wants to look at my burn chart. Damn. If I just walked into a board wipe with Hashaton, then I'll feel kind of dumb. But then again, I couldn't have predicted that Divine Visitation would come down and make people sweat. Alla and Hinterland Sanctifier. I like both of those cards. Super good. Yeah, that's the other, I guess, kind of like a double-edged sword of the Gonti player is if the player dies, you no longer have access to those cards because he doesn't own those cards. So it's like one of those things you got to use them before the guy dies. Going at the player on the left, I bet. Yeah, he'll just kill all this. I mean, that takes away at least one token generator, two token generators, three token generators. He should have attacked with Caesar to prevent him from losing it because it forces all of his stuff to block, and he probably didn't read it. He's trying to pass through priority, and he didn't read what the equipment does. And I guess the left player is very new to Magic. Oh, this is sick. I never thought about the application of Infiltration Lens. He sees two cards per thing that blocks, and he's forced. Oh, I just drew 8. Oh, God. That's super good. I don't remember the last time I played Infiltration Lens in a list, but now, if I ever have to play something from the command zone that forces people to block, this is going to be on my radar permanently for this experience right here. Most of the time, people just ignore it. Like, the typical application of Infiltration Lens is you make your guy really big, so it's a win-win situation. Like, your opponent doesn't want to take the damage, uh, so they give you 2 cards. And this is like head and shoulders above like what is normally the ceiling for that card. It's freaking hilarious. Yeah, this guy might walk away with this game because like he consistently trades people's pieces away, and there's nothing we can really do about it unless we attack ourselves, and then we become open to his all-out swings. There's no real benefit to just sitting back and keeping up blockers with like the current board state. We're just gonna lose our pieces anyways. You might as well get something out of it. And he gets even more benefits with the lens in play if you leave stuff untapped. Oh, the player on the left is trying to do a combat trick. Um, Ozok's the Clattering King is really cool. On death, he replaces himself with a token, and then when that dies, you return this back to your hand, so you constantly have fodder. Not bad. I just don't like that it returns it back to your hand. It'd be sweeter if it returned back to play, but that'd probably be too broken. You'd probably have like an infinite combo on your hands. Is this even enough? 3, 7, 11, 13, 17. That is enough to kill Marhalt. I mean, he's got 12 cards in hand. And he still has 5 mana at his disposal. Even more with this. He probably has tools. And if the guy in the middle is running things like Vines of Vassal, you could bet your ass he's running more combat tricks in that list. Because this Vines is this player's card that he stole, the player on the left. I will answer your combat trick that you stole from me with another combat trick. I do think he kind of tapped this a little badly because now this will empty from his mana pool. Unless he's got another one in his hit there. But if he lets this go to waste, then he won't be able to dump his hand as effectively. I imagine he wants to save the combat tricks for situations like these. Nazara the Velvet Fang's another cool uncommon. Whenever you gain life, you put a Velvet Fang on him. Then it's like a counter, social counter. And then when he attacks, he can move 3 to draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. It's like an ambitious cost or whatever it's called. Sucks that it's on combat. I wish you could just remove them, but that might be too broken. Yeah, well, that probably stings a little bit. He dealt with all of his token producers in one combat. Oh man, he did end up wasting that mana, like I mentioned. Probably should have just tapped his lands down. Might be kicking himself in the ass for not seeing it sooner. And now he has to discard his hand size when he probably didn't have to. He discards a bunch of lands, and it's not really a whole lot of skin off his bones or whatever. He ain't losing much. Which I'm sure he probably drew a bunch of lands anyways. Gave up War Drums. I can see why he gave up War Drums, because he has this artifact. Doesn't make sense. Yeah. The player in the middle just said I messed that up. Uh, ooh, he's saying if he played it right, we'd all be dead. I'll take a lucky break. I'm glad that I'm still playing. I imagine it's like an extra combat step spell. I wonder if he's referring to like everybody being dead as in the creatures in play, or if he's referring to like us as players. It ain't hard to do. If he goes to combat, forces people to block, he gets a big stat block, kills all the things, gets an additional combat step. He'll probably buff himself to a lethal level and kill you on the second swing. So he really works well, or pairs well, with this equipment slash extra combat step cards. I got a sweet rare, Scythe Cat Cub. Whenever land enters, put a +1/+1 counter on creature control. If it's the second time it's triggered, double the counters on that creature. Pretty sick. It's one I wanted to buy. Now that I don't have to. Oh, here we go. Finally do this properly. Ooh, Necropolis Regent. This is pretty sweet pull. I can't be discarding stuff until post combat from this guy over here because he will mess me up if I do it beforehand. Play the Tog. I could actually discard both of these and cheat them into play, so that'll be nice. I do have to set up a stop on this guy's turn in case he attacks my way. I doubt it. Maybe he will attack me because I'll be the only thing that's vulnerable. Let's see if I could steal something cool. Or maybe I just hit the guy on the right. This guy is probably going to die here soon. Could sense his death imminent. Hopefully that Burnish Heart play doesn't punish us too badly. So far, I'll be missing out on a trigger from this. Maybe. At the very most, that's all I'm missing out on. Alright, where's my exile card? Ooh, I got that. Okay. Equal toughness. That's nice. I could kill all the angels, this thing, that thing, and this thing. Alright. Okay, is there special rules for timing on this? Okay. Alright. So I don't have to play this yet, and I can play it whenever I feel like it. So that is kind of a good answer for what we got going on right now. I've never played bats, but kind of makes me want to put in my decks now for how useful it is this game. 4-mana investment to blow up 4 things, 1 mana per thing, and they're all scary creatures. I'm gonna kind of wait. Debating if I should wait on his end step while his mana is a little tied up. The worst things he could have in hand is redirection spells or spells that give hexproof. The worst thing would be that he could redirect his spells and mess me up. And then if I respond to it and discard these things, then they'll die to combat over here. So I guess the safest thing is to wait post-combat to see what he does. That's still the best option. Ooh, okay. This forces the guy in the middle to do something here. Exiles all creatures power 4 or greater. It affects himself. And we're dodging it because I could discard these things at instant speed and make my 4/4s whenever. I don't have to do shit. Ooh, this feels good. Hey, I got Pole Jammer Illusionist. This is the 6-drop that lets you draw for each card of the same type. He's new. Super good. Ooh, the middle player gets his Ranker back. That's kind of good for him. Ultimately, the middle player didn't lose too terribly much. He only lost his commander. He could just reinvest and replay his stuff. My bats gets a little bit better because I could still punish the middle player, if we recast him, I could punch the left player if he plays his commander too. I'm in a pretty good spot for being in the back seat most of the game. Things are unfolding very nicely. Yeah, 4 packs left. I don't think they can see you, babe. You don't have to walk past all ninja like. Yeah. I also have like background noise turned down, so like I don't know if they can even hear you. Just means it's hot up here. Could be that I'm playing Magic the Gathering. Yeah, just gets my loins nice and frothy. Okay, I'm just cleaning up my mess. Forgive the noise. I have double the plastic to pick up because I don't know why they wrap jumpstart packs twice. Just seems like a complete waste of material to me. Kind of glad I hit this guy on the left. Got greedy. In all the fibers of my being, it was telling me hit the guy on the right. Get him out of here. I don't like him doing favors, but the favors are kind of getting us out of this jam. That was a lot. I still have 3 more packs to deal with. Oh, unfortunately, I can't just turn off my timer because I got stuff to do at instant speed. Kind of requires me to be more involved in this game and paying attention. Although, for someone that's been opening packs, talking about random cards, uh, I still have the second best timer here. It's probably because I have the habit of thinking about what I'm going to do on my turn on other people's turns. It seems like people. Uh, the guy on the left has an excuse. It's the first time he's playing Moto, or at least he's learning Moto. So like, I can't knock on him. But most players, I'd say, they just like have no concept of like time management. Damn, I love these uncommons from this set. Power and toughness equal to number of lands you control, and then on attack you get to draw a card and put a land into play. That's pretty sick. General comes down. Frontline Heroism. It's an enchantment. You make a 1/1 goblin with haste. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a single creature of yours, you make another 1/1 goblin, and then you make a copy of the spell that's targeting the creature. And there has no cap on it, so you could do that multiple times a turn. That's super good. For 3 mana, it's pretty wild. Oh, fights a creature. Okay. Who's he fighting? Is he gonna fight one of my dudes? Hasn't decided yet. What's kind of sucks is okay, he's gonna fight that thing. Alright. I'm alright with that. He increases toughness, so my VATS is less effective. Um, Sandstorm Crasher, it's a monitor. When it attacks, you make a token copy of something. Not bad. Putting that on. Boots with the fur. Notion Thief. Do I care about that? No. Really. I think he should have held on to that for a bit and responded to. Oh, I think he stole this from me. No? Whose deck is this from? No, I own that. Yeah, it's my card. I still would have waited when he went for this infiltration lens play. Now, if he comes my way, I'm going to make the tokens and stuff him out. Thars Crusade. That's also probably one of my cards. This is a budget-friendly card now. Used to be like a $20 card, now it's like $3. What card is this? It's got a delay to it where it's just like it can't tell who owns this. Oh, this is owned by the left player. Weird. Throwing his board. Oh, this is like the top. I didn't realize the top paragraph gives treasures every time you cast something. Um, it's like the prosper trigger for everybody. Hydra's growth. Okay. Okay. Well, now his toughness matches over here. Puts one counter on. I kind of like blowing up these two things here. We need to set stops for you. Oh man, we just need to set stops for everything now, I think. I really don't want to miss out on doing shenanigans. Take away your ability to steal stuff. Let the thief hit me. Until end. There we go. End step. Okay. Discard card. Let's be in the Necropolis region because it flies. Now when Necropolis region hits, I turn her into an 8/8. So you really don't miss out on much. Oh, Slade has to go. The wife's getting angry at him. Well, That kind of shifts the game a lot. Can't upset the wife. Ooh, Sister Hospitaller. That's what we need right here. I could get the Angel of Ruins, hit the... It hit this thing and take away that thing. I feel like I could beat him with the +1/+1 counters. No problem. Yeah, so let's discard the Sister, get back the original. This is like one of my favorite things to do, is when I make a token copy of this, bring back the original, bring back something else, and put like over 10 power into play. Uh-oh. The player on the left went adios. Turned into a one-on-one. In that case, I won't get the Angel, and I'll just get the Necropolis Regent and put a shit ton of counters on my stuff. Mines of Vastwood. Doesn't really work. What's the backside do? Convert it. Yeah, unfortunately, this happens after I deal damage, so like his instants and sorceries are kind of boring. Have you seen that many Necropolis Regent triggers? It's fun. Feel kind of bad. The other two players left and kind of left this guy in the middle holding the bag. He's in a position where I don't think he could beat me unless he's got a board wipe. He's got a full grip, so I don't know. He could have um, Blasphemous Act, and we'd be back to square one. But if he doesn't have it, oh well, I got it. It shows that's game. Get the first win of the night with my $100 deck. My $100 I don't know, cheaty reanimation kind of list. I wonder what the new Hashaton list is going for. Last time I checked, it was like $90 after shipping, handling, and tax. I wonder if it's still that expensive on TCG Player. What's that commander deck called? I don't even remember. Why do they do this? Eternal Might. Yeah. Shipping and tax. It's around $90. So you could either build my version of the list, which is functionally better in every way, or you could spend $90 on this and it's not as good, in my opinion. Okay, game one down. Time to move on to the next. I think Mendicant's next. I called it the Prestige. Yeah, it's a decent deal. I called it the Prestige because I thought of the movie with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. Uh, it's because the big plot twist of the film is Hugh Jackman made a cloning machine. He was making clones of himself for Daredevil feats, and you'd kill his clone, and then you'd pop around the cart and be like, "I'm alive, see?" And then that's how you'd make his money. And then that was the big plot twist of the film. And Medicant's all about making copies of our artifacts, so I thought it was kind of fitting. Prestige. All right. Hmm. You never seen the Prestige? I mean, the movies that came out at the same time that are very similar was that and The Illusionist, and I love both of those movies. They're super good. Oh my god, people are really using this thing in here. What was the ranking of this list? Let's take a look. We'll do that too. Which is nice about Moxfield now is they actually list ever since the patch came out, they added brackets to all your stuff. So it just automatically does this now with every list I make. I don't feel like uh, bracket 2 is fitting because I play my $100 budget list at my local store and I kind of cream everybody there because I think most of the people there are kitchen table players. Like their brackets will be higher because they'll get their hands on just, really powerful things, and then the other 97 cards that are in the list is just stuff they have on hand, and you don't have a really cohesive synergistic list. And I feel like synergy beats power pretty consistently. If you have both, that's even better, and that's probably like CDH level kind of stuff. I I wonder how many tickets my list is worth. Since I built 8 lists for $57, let's do the calculator for that. 7 divided by 8. About $7 per deck I built tonight. So I guess I'd fit either this one or the $15 or less one. Booty meat. Oh, the last card, Dropkick Bomber, gives goblins +1/+1, and for 1 red mana, you give that creature flying, and then it dies on the end of combat. How much that would I already have? What do you mean by that? I'm not entirely sure. I didn't look into it too closely. I guess we could just swap the pricing around here. Um, how do I move this stuff around? Use the up and down arrows. Oh, there we go. Let's do it like that. That's kind of cool. The pricing and affiliation. It's very nice. $104 in paper. 27 tickets estimated. So I'm a little above 15. The card hoarder is not the best at pricing. Maybe let's go to GoatBots and look. Because that's where I buy all my cards. You get them dirt cheap on here. Let's upload the deck. We were called the Prestige. And this is how we could check. $15 is the value of this list. So there you go. I'm in the right lobby for that. The most expensive card being Wing Boots. And that accounts for $5 of the budget. And then $4 for Mystic Remora. About what's 9 out of 15 percentage wise? You know, like 70% of my list is accounted by 2 cards. Okay, that's good. That's how we can check the prices of our stuff. That way, no one feels cheated. All right, we're gonna start. 4.5 in the first game. I'd like to play until I play all my lists tonight. I don't have a white source, so Mendicant is not online, and I'd like to start the engines as soon as possible. The hand itself isn't bad. Like, we have a protection piece and 2 very nice ramp spells. I could take the risk. Maybe I hit a white source. Nah, let's just not. Let's just go for something else here. Okay. Much better. I got an early mana rock. Got some interaction. Got a way to get my artifact count nice and high with Forensic Gadget here. Hopefully the guy on the left plays a tri-land or a land with blue in it, because it kind of hinges on him. Alright, never mind. We got our own blue source over here. Don't need it. Don't need him to play the right land anymore. Sack a creature or enchantment, counter target spell. That's pretty brutal. I've actually never seen someone play the original Urtai. Or the bad Urtai. There's a good yeah. There are two OGs. There's bad Urtai and good Urtai that are originals, and this is the original bad Urtai. Not in terms of its effectiveness, but in terms of like good and evil alignment. Pre-Phyrexian and Phyrexian changing. I hope this Gev player gets off the ground. The previous two times I played against Gev, they just sat around and did nothing because there was a control player in the game that just didn't let them do anything. Let's start our engines! Hell yeah. For those of you who are new and watching, start your engines is not a good mechanic for Commander. It's because you have to wait several turns to get at full speed to get the benefits. But if you have it from the command zone, like I do here, and it's on a cheap body, it's more consistent. I don't recommend chasing full speed when all you have to rely on is what's in your 99 cards, because there aren't enough cards from just Aetherdrift to make up that very bad mechanic. And if you didn't know how you get through the gears, you have to deal damage to a person or make someone lose life on your turn, which ain't always easy. Like another classic example is you can play the 0/4 that's mono blue, but then you're running a strategy that likes to win by drawing cards, not by making people lose life. So you inconsistently hit a roadblock with that too. Not bad. The Hashaton was pretty scary. It's one of the best green cards in the game. You just ditch a creature from your hand for something that's better in the situation you are in. I could turn off all these stops. I was doing stupid combat tricks last game. I think I want the Gadgeteer. It's a body that can attack. Guarantees that I get in. And I want to start racking up the artifacts so I can make my commander a little bit bigger. I'm going to attack the player on the left because he's not going to block. And we'll go to gear 2. Oh man, saying gear 2 made me think of One Piece. Gear 2. Second gear. Man, this will feel nice. This is a much more straightforward deck. I don't have to do anything at instant speed as frequently as I did last game. I had to interact and think about everything I did timing-wise, which is also a bit of a drawback of the list. It's not very new player friendly. You need to be good about playing around what's in play, thinking about what to do in other people's turns and not just your own. And then mulligan decisions can be really challenging with that list. Huh. Riskadecaphobia. Okay. Keep in mind we can't have him at 13 life and we can't be at 13 life. Triggers on upkeep. Noted. Yeah, tier triggers. I have a 3/3 in play now. Maybe I should play Ministerith instead. Then I could have drew a card this turn. Bit of a dupe. I guess I could sack the clue token. I got nothing else better to do. Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, my clues require 1 less mana. That's nice from the forensic gadgeteer. Cool. Now I have a counter magic up in case someone gets a little frisky. We'll have to play like a tutor or anything in his library. Poke the bear. Ooh, we're almost at full speed. Once we hit the 4th gear, we can copy any artifact for 1 mana. And this is what I mean by consistency with the speed mechanic. We're on turn 5. By turn 5 in like hardcore decks, the game is getting close to being over. The bummer about what's going on here is I'm out of artifacts, and half my list is artifacts. Like 50 per, I think it's 51% of my list is an artifact. Okay. It says 38, but I don't know if that's true or not. I think I have some that are dual cards, some count. I feel like Moxfield doesn't do that. It's one or the other. You know what I mean? Hmm. Oh, I could. Now this makes sense. He made us all lose life, so now when he plays a creature, it gets 3 counters on it. That's pretty good. Although he hasn't played a creature, this makes way more sense now. Like, that's a weird card to be playing, but he just uses it as a conduit. Yeah, so now this comes down and he puts a shit ton of counters down on it. It's now a 4/6. We seem to be only drawing lands. I feel like raw card draw is better than scrying, so. Oh yeah, he's super good. Guess I could exile this thing. Just so I can get in. That just ramps a lot. Feels like a dumb play, but I just want to get my thing. I don't want to risk this guy trading stuff off. We'll just do the smart play. Attack with 2, draw an extra card. See if we get an artifact that we can copy. And we've already put, I think, two commander damage from us. Oh yeah. One mana artifact. Protective bubble ain't bad. Unblockable, then can't be targeted by spells or abilities. Just gotta wait, I guess. The art for this is pretty sick. The zoom feature ain't bad if it's nice to look at. Shoot, shoot the loot, shoot the loot. The left player gaining life is also something I don't really care about. I would say it's about the actual size of a magic card. Now that I think about it, from my point of view. I have a very big monitor though, so it's hard to say. I think my monitor is a. I'd have to look it up. I just know it's bigger than most. Oh, probably doesn't help that my little desk alcove is right next to my laundry room, which also is where the heater is, or the furnace for the house. So I think I'm like one of the very first locations to just get hit by all the heat. Oh, he turned my dude into that. Huh. Gotta respond to that. The guy, I don't know what I was thinking. Either I got distracted by talking about the heat, or I got distracted by the question. Either or, it's not good. Jesus, this is 7-7. He lands a devout chaplain. Huh. Yeah, does he even have. Yeah, these are all just lizards. Probably doesn't have an additional human in there. This would have been cool if I really had more artifacts to play. Because this is supposed to fix like the tax of our artifacts of adding one more. But I have a grip of non-artifact cards in hand, so it's not very helpful in this scenario. When you got nothing else better to do, you treasure cruise. At least we got some artifacts now. With this, I guess we don't need protective bubble anymore because I have Swiftfoot boots. Okay, just get rid of the land. I guess this Kenris transformation buys us a lot of time. No one wants to attack into us and let this die. Oh gosh. I think this destroys a tapped creature. Oh, that's cool. Land enters, he could pay 2 to do a Bramble Sovereign trigger. Makes a copy of it. A lot of ramp from the mono green player. Who could have saw that coming? Jesus. What's crazy is the token puts down a land and he gets another trigger, and that's why he's been able to do it 4 times this turn. That is hilarious. That's probably one of the better setups he could possibly have. Put in 5 lands and 6 power in that turn. Pretty funny. It kind of reminds me of like the sequence of mutating the beast, the one that fetches you a land, and then making copies of it. With like Scoot Swarm or something. Player on the right seems to be having card issues as well. Where we both seem to be. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't waste my spell to get rid of the Kenris transformation. Because now we're back on the menu, boys. Maybe the middle player left because he got to do the thing and he felt bad. I hate people that do that. Just feels like a total Chad move. Damn, we are just drawing one too many lands. I guess I'll make a bunch of what do you call them, clues here, and could fix our problem that way. All right, just been disappointing draws. I think we're just gonna exile the mannequin and just keep the copy. The mannequin can't tap for mana right now, so I'm not in a big rush. We're just getting our artifact count nice and high. I could hit the Swiftfoot Boots and go for broke. But like I said, I want to play my cards. And having 2 copies of Swiftfoot Boots ain't bad. Now I could equip Mendicant and I could cast Sun Titan, could double the triggers. You know what I mean? Like ETB, equip the boots, get 2 triggers in one turn. Let's see a card. Yield the Godhead, and that's a draw. Now people can't block me, and I gain a bunch of life back, so I get some sweet tag backs, I guess. Damn, another land? We're going to set a stop so we could activate this Rivendell, though. It's difficult to say what is the bigger threat at this point. Probably the player on the left because he's seen more cards. Take my chances with the right player. At least the player on the right's a little more predictable. He makes us lose life, plays a creature, puts counters on it. Simple equation. There's infinite stuff you could do with Gev. I didn't know that. I don't know how putting 3 counters on something on a creature would do that. It would have to remove counters like an activated ability. I'm not aware of any significant in these 2 colors. Oh, Door Destinies. I feel like I can tank one of these. A hit from him. Hopefully I can. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea how he goes infinite with like these 2 colors and putting on removing counters. He's playing, you know, he's hellbent. He's got no cards in hand. So like I feel more confident with killing the player on the left first. He's got a full grip. He's gonna see more cards. Try killing him first and take our chances with him. Yeah, we are putting every land at the bottom. Bottom. It's an artifact, but like I want something like juicier than this. We got plenty of evasion and protection in our hands, so we draw another land. All right. Ugh. Damn. Now I have 2 ways to scry and fix that problem. Awkward draws for sure. So you could steal artifacts? Weird. Didn't know this existed. If I string enough artifacts together, I could kill him on my next turn. I need to do 12 points of damage to him, so I need 4 artifacts. And I guess that's 2 in total. Because I make us a clue. Sir the Enchanter. Okay. We get 2 scries on our upkeep. Albeit it ties up our mana pretty bad. Like this one costs 5. This one costs 2. Doesn't attack. You can take my boots and equip it to something else so you could target this. This guy on the left does have some weird shenanigans. He can untap things, do them twice. Do these lands have Gev on them? I think that's Gev right there, but I don't know if this one has him on it. There's enough cheap lizards in the game to support this. No attacking. When you have a board like this, I would go to combat. I know why people don't. Moan gas. We want gas. We don't need more rocks. I feel like we could get some juicier. Greedy. Alright. I guess we play the protective bubble to just do it anyways. If he steals the Swiftfoot Boots, it won't do anything. Yeah, he was gonna do some stupid shenanigans by tapping on tapping my stuff by stealing the boots. Now he can't because I put another layer of crap on it. Oh, maybe this guy doesn't want to attack because he doesn't want his stuff killed by that. That makes more sense, actually. Why he's just hanging out with us. What's a good artifact we could draw? Kind of. Change the typing of this. Um, Crystal Skull would be good. Might some Weak Stone would be good. Any of my artifact creatures would be good. Something that puts threats into play, other than just a rock. Reality Chip would be good. It'd be kind of funny to make a copy of Reality Chip and have reconfigure one on the other one. Although it's legendary, so you can't do that. But would have been funny to think about. A Thought Monitor would be nice. These two would be nice. Damn. I should have countered that. Got distracted. On the bright side, I have Sun Titan to recover. I can do it twice. Mendicant only cost me 2 because I have the Semblance Anvil, so I could do that. Equip both boots, bring back Steal the Godhead, bring back Forensic Gadgeteer, get my artifact count a little bit higher, kill this guy on the left. So it wasn't a total loss that I didn't counter his Liliana. It actually kind of helps because it took away a lot of power from the player on the right. As foretold, gets to cast things for free based on the counter set are on this. Double Swifties. I'm glad I didn't exile that to the extra copy here. And I still think I have enough mana up for negate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 to equip. Yeah, I have exactly enough to do that. Unfortunately, my Sun Titan will die. Actually, yeah, he'll die. He has definitely got enough power in play to kill my Titan. But it will have officially fixed a lot of problems. If this guy swings out, I could have a safe attack this way and get more value from Sun Titan. And then again, there's not a lot of value to be had. Like, there's only 2 permanents plus a land. So if he did die, it's not like I'm losing out on much to begin with. Just kind of like a fine play. Copied the As Foretold. This is a tick deck, so I don't know how many things are 0 costing. Like, you could play at instant speed. Not very much. And be 10 ticket friendly. Oh, bracket is weird. I've seen it already being used in the lobbies. I think I'll have to wait a couple more games for me to determine if it's a good way to like rank a deck. I think it's weird because I don't know if anybody from Wizards is really in touch with the game for all the amount of times that they fuck up over there. Kind of feels weird. Like, they've tainted my trust in their capabilities so much that I'm not very confident that like the bracket system is not flawed. And like I already mentioned earlier, it is a little flawed because I feel like synergy wins most games. You could have powerful cards that like warp your deck level, if you know what I mean. Like kitchen table players, they'll have expensive cards in their decks, and then they'll just have random things added in from the collection that they have. And I beat those decks like 99% of the time. Like, quote, based on the bracket system, my budget lists of $100 or less are second bracket. But when I go to my local game store and play, I just kind of pub stomp everybody. And it's because they're all kitchen table players. At least from the commander side of things. And yeah, I don't have faith in WotC. I feel like they have like 0 pulse on like almost anything. And I only think the bracket system is mostly to help people who have a hard time controlling their emotions and that hate losing games. I hate losing games, but I feel like the bracket system will just justify their emotions instead of just coming to the terms that you just hate losing. And I don't think that's very healthy. We can't scry because we're going to do the Sun Titan stuff. We drew another land, which is an artifact that gets our count higher, so it's not the worst. Okay, we got it. The other boots with the fur. Tap down my land that won't tap for an island once this guy dies. Deal on this, then he can't block it, and the player on the left goes down. I'll lose my Sun Titan, but that's okay. We effectively rebuilt after he killed all of our stuff. Well, made him surrender. So he denied me the life gain trigger. Could have took away the Sun Titan and helped this guy on the right out. Did you just make my spell fizzle too? Click an aura, then permanent to attach it to. Oh, weird. I never had that happen before. I was like, what is it asking me to do here? And we'll pass it to the play over here. Oh. Hello for newer players. I feel like newer players don't know what they're doing. So no matter what, I would give him the lowest power level possible. Like you would have to have an extensive tutor for me to think that you, as a new player, if you were piloting someone else's deck that is handcrafted and is a CDH, they'd probably play it awfully. So like that also skews the bracket system, right? It's not a perfect system, but I think that's probably too much to ask for from WotC. Is a perfect system for ratings. And you are right. That is a good point about them selling stuff. They selling out all the time. Um, if people keep buying it, then it gives them the impression that they're doing something right, and I agree to that. And I think it's mostly because we don't really respect ourselves too well, like we as consumers. God, I want some goddamn something fun here. Like the swords ain't bad, but we want some with some spice. We could do it again. It's not like we have anything better to do. Damn it. Man, I've seen a lot of lands. All right, let's draw something here. Give me something good. I'll take it. It's an artifact. It does something. Pay one for this. Make 2 copies of it. Get some clues. Get a clue. I haven't heard that joke in a while. I came up with it. Hold on. This is a dead artifact. Doesn't tap for any of my colors. Let's draw a card. It's free. I can copy it, and it draws me cards. So if I hit him for 14, he goes to 14, and then he can kill me with Triskaidekaphobia. Probably not a wise idea. Oh no, these are on the stack, so I'll hit him for 15. Yeah, that's exactly 13 life. Damn, I cannot attack him unless I want to lose. Funny. We will just wait. We have chump blockers. Next turn, I probably can make enough artifacts to one-shot him. These plating mirrors will be nice for paying into my taxes here. Ooh. Actually, I think I'll just soak out of fear of there being a combat trick in this mess somewhere. Sure. I can get him back with Sun Titan. Frilled. Oh. 7 minutes. It does 7 minutes. In that case, block like that. Take the 10. The odds of him having a combat trick is low. I think it's just a land. Hmm. On the bottom. Guess we just take it. Seems boring, but you know what? There's not much time left in this game. I guess I could just play it, get my artifact count high, and uh, use the clues to fix my problems. Yeah, let's do that. And it's a free spell because of the anvil. Oh man. Verse is fun. Let's keep digging though. Oh yeah, Mystic Forge is where it's at, baby. Okay. Now I get 2 pieces to exile a top card of my library. So if I brick on lands, I can get rid of them. The power of Mendicant. Kind of reminds me of Bumblebee a little bit. I think it's the paint job. I wonder if that's where the inspiration of him came from. And is he from Kamigawa? Kind of gives me that vibe. Yeah, this is nice. Sack clue token. It's a fate, not too helpful. The land. The veto. More lands. Damn. Put him for 18. Actually, a little bit more. 19, 25, 27 exactly, actually. Because I bring back the Palladium. This is a lethal combat. Bam. And we had a big fat turn at the end. Two for two tonight. Got two more to go. Let's see what you guys voted on. Aatchik is next. I think I called it the Swarm. This guy's super cool in that he's in a Riskret list where all you need is a sack outlet. Casual. Don't be a shit. Don't be a star. 11:46. I got work tomorrow. Oh, this game doesn't allow watchers. That's kind of weird. I feel like I played with Chill Dude in the past. Start at 9. Our game time average is, well, almost an hour and a half. An hour and 23 minutes each. I don't have any mill cards. It's kind of a boring hand. There we go. Much better. 3 mill cards, and I got a Conduit Worlds, get our lands back. No ramp, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. one of the best cards that you could be playing in this list, because not only can you play him like a Voltron piece, but you could also play him. He's an aristocrat. You drain people whenever something of yours dies. So like your big plays is like the Living Death and the card from Wilds of Eldraine, where you can sack tokens and recur creatures. Oh, okay. Who are we against? The Dragon, Atarka, the World Render. Oh God, and Wilhelt, the Rock Cleaver. Wilhelt's pretty strong. There's a lot of infinite combos with him. Dragon's always strong. Atarka's got some probably big scary turns. Just giving every dragon double strike is a significant keyword. Hey, and we drew rock, so we're going to curve out quite nicely. See, dreams can come true. Oh man, this is going to feel super good. Turn 2, Thought Vessel. Turn 3, Conduit Worlds. Oh, beauty. Hit my Doom Whisperer, which is one of the better cards in this list. Because you could pay it as much life as you have to fuel up your graveyard for this big play. You don't normally want to play Aatchik until you have a fat graveyard. Yeah, maybe. He's running Thriving more, so it can't be too bad. Maybe. I don't know. I'd feel like Fetchlands is the least egregious of like tutoring. I think when you can tutor things that win you the game, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, it's a certain land type, so I guess I can tolerate it. The reason why Wizards doesn't like fetch lands is because it ruined the standard format where half the game was spent shuffling your deck on camera. And it just looks bad from a publicity standpoint. I guess a better play is Stinkweed Imp and Elvish Mystic. Because I'll make a land drop for the conduit, and then I won't be able to play a land from my graveyard and get the value anyways, so I can wait. Should have attacked. I don't know what I was doing. Thinking about the sweet curve of my future plays. Interesting. Yeah. You players are not good at shuffling. They can't like, oh, the middle player missed a land drop. That feels bad. And he mulliganed to 6. Yeah, in terms of shuffling 100 card libraries, new players have a hard time grasping the concept of gripping half your cards loosely so you could drop the other half of your deck on top of it. They seem to death grip their cards out of fear of dropping them. But it's like holding a bird. Tight enough so you don't drop them, loose enough so you don't crush it. Champion's Helm's nice. We got a lot of cool things going for us this game. Look, Mystic. Distinct Weed. I'll offer Stitcher Supplier as a sacrificial lamb to this Nadar over here. I wonder if he'll just let it hit him. Because I think he'll, know what I got planning over here. It would be in his interest just to take it, yeah. Coward. Come my way. At least Stinkweed imp here. Ooh, I could play Sledge Titan next turn. This will be the first time I ever played this card. I've always been running it in my middle decks, but never had a chance to play it. It's super good. I need to be an attacking mill 5. And you get to put a land back in your hand so you don't miss a land drop. I'm going to have exact curve for that. Well, that has vigilance. Pretty sick. Hopefully this guy finds a land. I think he's sitting on a 2-mana rock or something. And that's why he kept the hand. Yeah, he should have mulliganed. I never take that risk. Because, the downside's just backbreaking. He's 3 turns behind everybody else. People have a hard time imagining the worst case scenario. I feel like those who lack an actually, that's a phrase. I think whoever wrote The Art of War, that Chinese book, those who lack an imagination are the first to die. That saying is true in Magic too. Yeah, Sun Tzu. Thank you. For some reason, I thought it was another famous philosopher, Nietzsche. I thought he wrote it for some reason. Or am I thinking of? There's a couple of famous philosophers from China. Definitely not him. Was Yeah, I am live. What's up, man? Yeah, this is my mill deck. I've been playing just the new commanders, playing 4 tonight, 4 tomorrow. I'm on the third deck. I won the first two. Got a pretty sweet opener. Curving out really nicely. If you didn't know, Pride, um, Aatchik, he is an aristocrat piece and a token enabler in one. So all you need is a sack outlet, and you're off to the races. He also puts counters on himself, so you could play a what do you call it? A Voltron strategy. It's a nice blend of cards. But I did get Chthonian Nightmare, and that is very fun. Hmm. I guess we'll wait because I don't have enough energy to bring this back yet. We'll just do the Titan as planned. Oh wait, I'm still one short. Damn. Hmm. Guess we play Conduit. Yeah. I guess I could take a turn off to play Doom Whisperer at some point too. That ain't bad. With Conduit of Worlds. The last time I saw Conduit of Worlds, I got locked out of the game with someone playing Mindslaver, and he was just looping the Mindslaver and taking my turn. Oh, the player on the right surrendered? Huh. I wonder why. Mm-hmm. I'll attack and see if he blocks. Probably not. The one thing we're missing right now is just a sack outlet. And a lot of our problems get fixed. This might be a one-on-one game with the Ur Dragon. That'd be an interesting matchup. I mean, it basically already is. The middle player is clearly not doing anything for a bit, or hasn't been doing anything. I still don't know why the right player gave up. He was doing fine compared to everyone else. The one where if you lack an imagination, you're the first to die. I'm pretty sure it's from The Art of War. Because I heard that quote way before Goblin Slayer. The show's the tits, but I don't think that quote came from that show. I think I heard it during my advanced placement world literature class. Sure. That's okay with me. I want my imp to die so I can replace my draw step. I don't even care about trading. Deal skis. Now my Chthonian Nightmare has a target as well. It's only good things came out of that exchange. Ooh, Teamer Ascendancy is pretty sick. That's one of my favorite Teamer cards. Inner Excellence. Okay. That sounds like something my dad would read. He likes those like self-improvement kind of things. He sends me stuff all the time. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Just from the title, I can tell it's a self-improvement kind of a book. Sometimes if I'm having a bad string at work, like bad experiences, I have to listen to like some kind of motivational piece. Like I listen to movie quotes of just like that's motivational themed. Usually gets my blood pumping and good for the day when I'm feeling particularly shitty. Of course, I'll replace my draw. Ooh, Golden Argosy hit my bin. Bunch of lands too. Yeah. I think I still play the Titan. Just feels better. Bigger power. More fun. We have upgraded our stinkweed imp. The core videos. Okay. That's kind of cool, actually. Vehicles, I remember, were a pain in the ass back in the Kaladesh days because like you could only interact with it at instant speed, and it dodged board wipes, which a lot of aggro decks struggled at answering and dealing with. Creature or land card in my hand. Oh, this is our sack outlet. We need that for sure. And a land? Damn, Sludge Titan's good. I didn't know it was and or. Thought it was. I didn't even know it was the creature part. I only knew of the land part. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, we made the Dragonplay surrender. Wow, this might be a game of just concession. My Sludge Titan just breaks the Ur Dragon player in half. We can't have that. Yeah, it triggers on ETV and attacks. It's pretty sick. It's probably one of the best Titans in the game. I probably play this just as much as Sun Titan, but this is the first time I've got to put it down on the table. Oh, okay. Wasn't much of a showcase, but a dominating turnout. The deck was doing what it was supposed to do. It was churning through my library. I saw over 10 more cards than anybody else. We'll call it good. We'll just move on to the next list, our final list, which is Samut. Uh, okay. I think I called it. Was it Anthems? Was it Anthems? Spell slinging Anthems, maybe? Anthem Slinger. That's what I called it. A win is a win. Yeah, flawless victory. There it is. Jeez. Struggling at reading. Hmm. The don't be a star 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 did not apply to those three people, I guess. My first two games were pretty epic. I made a comeback win in the first one, and then the second one with Mendicant was pretty heavy-handed. Wasn't even close. I just kind of stomped them. uh, it looked like that third game was going to be pretty brutal too if we went long enough. Oh yeah, um, Jedi Navigator. The whole point of this list is I wanted to take advantage of the cost reduction from Start Your Engines. This is the only card that gives you benefits without having to be at max speed. You get benefits with each tier, and it comes with an anthem effect and a cost reduction of spells. So, like, I wanted both in my spells. I wanted my cards to be a non creature spell and put bodies into play. That way, I'm kind of getting a 2-for-1 from both parts of this card. And she also has haste, so you could potentially go into gear two the first turn you play her, which makes up for the 6 mana value of the card. And the idea of this deck list came from Narset from Aftermath, where I built it very similarly because Narset from that set gives all your creature tokens prowess. So if I played a bunch of non-creature spells that put tokens into play, they just fed into each other, and I made a snowball effect. Same concept, just different colors combination, and I get cooler stuff because I feel like Naya is the best at making tokens. Tomorrow, the order will be Ovia, Zahur, Lahu, Zahur. Oh god. That's two really good deck names for this deck. I named it Aristocat because he's a cat that plays like aristocrats, but I like Lahu Zahur a lot more from Ace Ventura. I wonder if people would pick that up uh, if I put that in there. Um, Redshift is also going to be super cool. That's my one combo deck from these lists. Oh, so like my Redshift list, this is technically a bracket two, but it's so much stronger than a bracket two. uh, there's like four ways you can go infinite with it, and it's really easy to pull off. Something that like the bracket system isn't quite accurate at doing. Yeah, if I showed up and it was like, yeah, my deck is a bracket two, and I played it, and people, I guarantee, would be pretty pissed because they probably wouldn't think it's a bracket two. But then again, I guess it goes both ways. The sword, like, can you get mad if it actually is a bracket two list and you just got beat by it? You know what I mean? You like still complain after that? Sadly, Deretti got a 5%. I think it's probably because popular artifacts are really expensive. Yeah, it came out today. It's like the big news. Like if you go into the lobbies on Moto, you see bracket stuff written all over the place for the lobby. Hmm. Double green, not good. Wow. Aqua code. Got a mill till I kill the true lane player. Damn. Spicy Chickens has some spicy beef. Yeah. I don't think the bracket system is a perfect solution, but I guess it's a start. Oh God. Hmm. We should probably mulligan again. A little too clunky. A little bit better. Yep. So we give up Arachnogenesis because it's a situational card. Yeah, we're gonna start deck checking each other. That ain't a bracket two. Let me see the list. Let me deck check you. You know, deck check 100 cards. I guess they already do it for 75. What's an extra 25 cards? In a casual game, I guess. It's where it's kind of weird. Yeah, I think there's a couple of things I'd get rid of. I would get rid of a lot of low hanging fruit stuff, like Field of the Dead probably needs to go. Um, the One Ring probably needs to go. Just like stuff where you could play it anywhere and there's no excuse not to play it. I think those are probably my two biggest gripes. Just getting free value for uh, doing almost nothing. Like getting a 2/2 body for a land drop is obnoxious as hell. And then like the One Ring is just it replaces itself and then more, and you can't be touched for a full revolution of the table. It's a back-breaking tempo card. I haven't lost to either in a while, but then again, I'm not playing hardcore Magic lately. I think after um, today and tomorrow's stream, and I edit the videos down, I'll do the budgetless versions, and maybe I'll come across the Oracle stuff again when I join the hardcore lobbies. Hmm. I'll be getting messages on my tablet at midnight. Oops, sorry. Hey, we got a rock. Perfect. I like rocks in this because they could be discounted with Samut here. Normally I wouldn't do that when you're in green, but free mana kind of lends itself to a an eggs list if you wanted to do that, Clinton. But you kind of need blue to bounce all that stuff back to your hand. You have to do it other ways, like looping it from your graveyard or something. Oops, I should have probably played my Skull Clamp. Ooh, Bernard. Built him for Christmas because of the gingerbread man. He's one of my favorite commanders from that set. I guess the Skull Clamp might paint a too big of a target on my back, and I don't have anything to equip with it yet, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Hopefully I find another land on my next draw. That'd be ideal. Yeah. It's game warping. That's why. Mid to, I guess, late game, it doesn't change much, but the early to mid game, it's pretty strong. I'd say it's pretty game changing from personal experience. The middle players got a pretty good start. This is the food list. Hit me, spicy chickens. Oh. My land. If I get a land, I could monastery mentor into skull plant, then make a 1/1. That ain't bad. Hopefully my skull clamp doesn't get destroyed before I can equip it. Shit. Oh well? Nope. We played the monastery mentor. I get a scry here. Hopefully I find a land. Right. Stumbling, but that's okay. Things happen. We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents, said the famous Ross. Play. So we'll do that. I guess I could update my collection with the new cards from the Jumpstart box I opened. Right? What a gentleman. I think I would have saved that for later. He didn't bounce anything too significant. It's just annoying that he just undid two of my turns and I guess one of his. Yeah. I like Manifest Dread. It's just strictly better than Manifest. So you get card selection. Yeah, I put that in my previous list. And Shredder is pretty kick-ass. That would have been a cool card to see from last game if it played out long enough. I probably would have saw it for how many cards I was milling. And I like that it's just a passive trigger. It's cantrip for 0. I play this for looping death triggers. I haven't done it in a while, but the last time I played this card was with Satoru from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I would cantrip off it, and then I would reanimate this and go infinite, draw my whole deck. Oh, yeah. I think I want to get Samut down, so I guess I'll just play the Talisman. Keep doing the thing. I could wait to play Skull Clamp. If that's a wise idea. Should probably save it so I can guarantee the draw like I did earlier, or what I was planning on doing. I don't want to risk it being blown up and missing out on anything. It's one of those cards that like make people turn their heads and want to kill you. We'll just act like we got nothing going on. Will we find another land drop? If not, we have a chance to draw into one with the Skull Clamp. It's playing a very interactive game. One or both. Yeah. Last time I played opposition was in the Wilds of Eldraine. Blue-white commander Hilda. Super good in that list. Well, if someone would have died by 2, we'll know why. Because he didn't attack with his Vigilance Shoe Lane. Man, I'm hot. Sweating over here. Wow. He ditched the retreat to Coral Helm? It's kind of surprising. Pretty sure you could do some infinite shenanigans with that. Of all the things you give up, that's probably not one of them. Maybe he feels pity. Doesn't want to win two-handedly. Come on, land. Land. Asking you shall receive. That's what I'm talking about. Enter down. I should have scried. Set up. Okay. Finally got done with our land problem. Feels like we've been doing nothing for a long time because of the bounce spell from this guy over here. In the card game, playing less in the lead, or no, middle players in the lead. I've seen the most cards so far. If I draw a mana rock, I can cast it for free, maybe. If it's a green source, I could play Karuk's Uprising and draw another card. Doesn't sound bad. Well, I've also been better about following my New Year's resolution. Been waking up at 5 a.m. to work on videos for the channel. I want to be consistent again. I'm not gonna get up early tomorrow because I'm staying up late with all of you. I still have to work tomorrow. And this is the last game, so I'm kind of happy that people surrendered extra early in my last game because I could have been up very late tonight. Oh god. Whenever a creature enters, he draws. It's only 2 mana. That's pretty crazy. Okay. Hmm. So he draws 2 cards for every 1 drop he plays. Hopefully he runs out. Oh. So he could sack 3 food to return the Conjurant to hand. Oh, I think this is a game actually. Hmm. Oh wait, this isn't a historic card. It's gonna be a big turn. So far, I haven't seen the thing that wins in the game yet. Hmm. Is it infinite? I know he makes 1 treasure. Oh, it is infinite. He has got both of these, so he makes 2 treasures per white main he casts, and he just loops it, draws his deck. Yeah, that's game. I didn't get to see how Samut wins. Happens. But closing up shop early. Get a good, not good, but decent amount of rest. Okay. And then I'll see you all tomorrow for these lists. Um, Tomorrow night. Hope you all enjoyed. I won the first 3 games, so pretty happy with that turnout. 3 out of 4 games. Yeah, that's true. I think it's a good list. I just got stumbled on mana. Then the left player kind of time locked me. And by then, the player in the middle went infinite on the following turn. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care now. Bye. Thanks for watching. I guess I can go through the list here. Reckman, Commander Claw, Kala LC, Bear, Fearless, Sam, and Prideful One. Take care.